This is video number 1 in a series on the art and skill of letting go. My name is Dr. Jay Kavanaugh of thevibemindset.com. I want to share with you one of the biggest skills that I have acquired and learned through effort, repetition, and conscious focus that I feel has brought me the most happiness and joy in the last 1 to 5 years. 1 to 5 years? Yeah, I'm going to stick with that. 1 to 5 years. So the art of letting go. Now it's interesting because all of us are looking for happiness. We're looking for love. We want to make more money. There's so many things that we want, right? But the art and skill of letting go is arguably one of the most fundamental and foundational skills that we need to learn to get all of those things we want. We all want that health, wealth, and relationships, right? Those are the 3 circles that we tend to tap into for us to identify ourselves as having like the best life or living our best life, right? So one thing I've learned, and we're going to cover right now, is the fact that I look at the meaning I place on events in my life, okay? So my ability to let go is influenced heavily based on the meaning I place on events in my life. So let me give you an example. Let's say something simple. Let's start with something simple and then we'll go up to something a little more complicated. Let's just say I all of a sudden drop a glass, and it's a glass that was in the family for years, and it shatters. I look at it and I say, that's interesting. Now, and then I let go. That's me now. The old me would say, oh my God, this is a family heirloom. Why would I do such a thing? This is so stupid. This is foolish. Like, how am I going to live this down? The emotional stress goes up and up and up. And it's almost like every comment I make, it goes up and up and up and up. Now, here's why this is important. Your brain likes to predict the future, okay? That is a very, very important concept to remember. Your brain wants to predict the future. The way it does it is by replaying records of the past. So if an event that doesn't go well is blown up, then what your brain tends to do is how you do anything is how you do everything. Your brain tends to say, hey, if you do anything else in the future that you screw up, let's magnify it. Let's make it bigger than it really is. Let's catastrophize, which we know these are cognitive distortions. If you're familiar with cognitive distortions, these are things that a lot of us struggle with. And there's a lot of room to learn and to grow here, all right? So hear me out. If instead of magnifying that, you minify it by saying, I broke a glass. Like, it's already happened. You know, I love the future, the present, and the past, and saying, look, it already happened. There's nothing I can do to control this. This situation's done. So why would I create this dramatic, magnified emotional tag to something that already happened? Because then I'm just setting myself up to be stressed and blow things out of proportion in the future. Let's say I drop a bag at Whole Foods. If my emotional tag is when I do something wrong or I drop something or I break something or I do something foolish, my training of my brain is, hey, this went wrong, blow it out of proportion, magnify it, have negative vibe or lower vibe emotions. That becomes the way your brain habituates. It's a habitual way of thinking. So instead, if you want to get to the core of letting go, the core is to look at events that happen in your life and figure out, almost like a stopwatch, how quickly can you let go? I have no watch on. Matter of fact, I was wearing a watch all day. I don't know why I took it off. Oh, I took a shower. That's why. Anyways, let's just say, almost think of it like a race. Like you're racing against the clock and say, all right, how quickly can I let this go? That is an art and skill in of itself. So if you have something go wrong, first look at the label. How intense is this? How important is this? And the reality is this. In 10, 20 years, are you going to care? No. We tend to magnify. Minify. Don't magnify. Minify. Minify negative events in your life and say, oh, it's not a big deal. I broke a glass. All right, it's a family heirloom, whatever. All right, yeah, that's not cool. But like, it happened. There's nothing I can do. Let it go. Let's say you can process that in 10 seconds. Or let's just say the first time you do it, it takes you 10 minutes. All right, go for 5. Then go for 3. Then go for 2. Go for 1. I've gotten to the point where if something goes wrong or something doesn't go the way I expect it to go, I can let go in a matter of seconds, not even minutes, seconds. But I've practiced this and I've suffered a lot and I've struggled a lot to get to this level. However, skill number one in the art of letting go is look at the time, think about how quickly you can let things go by diminishing or minifying the meaning you place on the events that happen to you. Now, real quick before I let you go, I want you to magnify the positive events. So it's looking at something that doesn't serve you well and minifying it. But if you do something great, like let's say all of a sudden you help a woman load groceries into her car, magnify that. That's an opportunity to really raise your vibe, raise your feeling, raise your emotions. Magnify it. Share it with a friend. Tell someone what you did. It's okay. You're not bragging. You're just sharing an experience in your life that you felt you connected with another human being. There's no shame in that. Magnify the positives, minify the negatives, let go faster, start timing yourself. And if you want to be crazy like I am, literally, when something happens to you and you're aware of the fact that doesn't feel right, doesn't feel good, hit your stopwatch. Have an alarm on your phone if you want that says after 5 minutes, it goes off and it says, hey, listen, you got to drop it. You could rationalize it, minify it, magnify it, analyze it, overanalyze it, talk about it, get frustrated, replay it. But once that timer goes off, done. Move on. Let go. The art and skill of letting go is one of the most powerful things that you can learn in life. Video number 2 is coming up, and we're going to talk more about another skill that you can learn about letting go. If you like what we got, we want to connect with you. Go to thevibemindset.com. We've got some great resources for you. My name is Dr. Jay Kavanaugh. Thank you so much. We've got video number 2 up here somewhere. I haven't planned where it is yet. It's either here or here in this video series, The Art of Letting Go. Thank you so much for your time. I very much appreciate it. Thank you so much.